She used the Specialized to go market.
Yeah. My dad just bought it for...
Now that your wife is next to you, you can't run away. You race crits? Sorry, I don't mean to roast you or anything like that.
Wait, laugh.
The power couple is in Upper Boon King. We've got Nick and Mel, husband and wife couple. Didn't plan this until Nick, you just dragged Mel into the into the shoot.
I brought her into it.
Wow, okay.
I mean, she rides with me a lot most of the time as well, so might as well just drag her along.
So the plan was to film Nick. So Nick, maybe you give your introduction first about yourself and about cycling.
Okay, I'm Nick. Riding for maybe close to 2 years now. So COVID cyclist. Actually got introduced to cycling through her father. You know how COVID, we are like, all the way on the desk and everything. So started having some pains here and there. So decided to give a sport a shot lah, and one thing led to another, and then now I'm stuck in this like this shithole. This whole rabbit hole.
So it was because of your father-in-law?
Her father.
Yeah,
my father-in-law.
So your dad rides?
Yeah, he used to do a lot of triathlons.
Right.
So he rode, but he got into quite a bad accident, I think, in May. So shattered collarbone, rib cage. We're actually training for Spain. So we wanted to go to Girona and Mallorca to cycle. So he was training really hard for that.
Wow.
Then that happened. Then he stopped now. My mom is like, I think she banned him from cycling.
Sounds like my wife.
Yeah.
So like if you get into a serious accident, no more cycling for you. So do you impose that on Nick? But because you're a cyclist yourself.
Yeah, I can't lah. No. Yeah.
She enjoys it also lah. So.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so it's because for that you got into cycling.
Yeah.
And before we get into Mel, we finish up with you first. So then, what bikes have you owned?
Well, I was very lucky lah that her dad actually had a Cat 8 lying around, so I spent like maybe a good 6 months on that bike before friends started like a tricarbon and all that kind of thing. So Cat 8, and then I moved on to a Tarmac SL5. That was great. After that, I got into an accident, trashed the frame.
How bad was the accident?
Oh, I actually got rear-ended by a car.
Oh shit.
So, and it was at a stoplight, so thankfully it wasn't at speed. In fact, actually, I think I would have been ran over if not for the bike's carbon actually fracturing. So the fracturing of the carbon was actually really, really loud lah. And like, it's actually very, very scary if you actually hear it. Yeah, so after that, I got a giant TCR, and then this one. Yeah.
Wow. How long have you owned this one?
This one was since I got it, I think last November.
Yeah.
And then got it built up to this state probably in January or Feb finding the parts and everything. I think that was the peak of the it's difficult to find Groupset, difficult to find even frames and everything. So yeah, it was quite a hunt at that point. Yeah.
Let's give a bit of limelight to Mel. So Mel, how about you? How long have you been cycling?
Similar. I think probably only started like three months after him, because I was spending too much time on the bike. So I was like, let me try also.
And then what bike do you ride? Unfortunately, we don't have it here today. Maybe next time.
I started with my mom's Alu Giant. It was just a really old bike.
Oh, it was a Specialized.
Oh, Specialized, yes.
So your family's into cycling? Like everyone cycling?
No, I think she just took it. Sometimes she used it to go market. I don't know. I think my dad just bought it for
It was
her.
a market bike.
But she used it to go market. She's not a cyclist.
She used the Specialized to go market.
Yeah. My dad just bought it for my dad just bought it for her, right?
Yeah.
Then but after that I changed to my Trek Domane.
Right. So that's your current bike?
Yeah.
Okay. You liking it so far?
Yes, I'm just like comfortable with it, content with it. He's been trying to get me to change. No.
Oh, which one if you were to change?
Which one would you recommend?
For her?
Yeah.
Actually, because of her size, there's only one frame that is in this super small size 42, which is actually the Pinarello Dogma F12. Yeah, so if anybody has a 42
Shout
F12,
out here.
let me know.
Have you
I will
tried
just-
going to Cycle Works and asking them about it?
Yeah, so they stopped bringing in the F12s, so it's a shame lah. But I'm still trying to find out whether the new F43, is something that is suitable for her.
Right.
But yeah, it's got to do the measurements and homework lah.
Right. What about the Domane? Is it too big for you? I'm assuming it's a smaller size.
Yeah, 44. I'm comfortable with it. And I think people mentioned it looks a bit too big on me, but I feel comfortable. But
So
also,
you don't struggle on the bike, it's okay?
no. Yeah, I don't struggle.
Okay. Wow, amazing. So do you guys ride all the time together and
Yeah, more or less lah. Like if it's a chill ride, I'll usually get her along. If it's those like really spicy kind of rides with the guys, then usually
sleep in.
she'll sleep in lah.
Yeah.
have you tried joining one of their fast rides?
She did.
Oh my gosh.
Is it difficult?
She did.
Yeah, it was quite bad.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
it was pretty bad lah. I think it was one of those the Crank Dynasty, right?
Yeah, wow.
So-
they're fast, right?
They're crazy, man. Yeah, crazy.
I think I've ridden with them once to Tuas about some time ago. Yeah, they got a big pack and but
Yeah.
I don't really like the roads on Tuas.
Right.
It's,
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I pump up my tires up to 110 psi, man. So
Right,
it's
right,
like okay.
that's
And then this bike, first hand, second hand. Tell us more about this.
right. So this is a Specialized Allez Sprint disc, 2020, with the Sagan overexposed colorway. I got the frame with like 105 group set and the aluminum wheels lah from another guy on Carousel. So I overpaid lah because during that period it was very hard to get.
COVID.
Right, like after COVID lah, I say, or during I mean last October November period. Yeah, so overpaid for that.
Can I guess the price?
You try.
So it's the frame and 105.
Frame 105 alu wheels, maybe like a old carbon cockpit.
5,000.
No lah,
No, lesser.
less.
Lesser. Oh, okay. Then I don't think you overpaid. I
Really?
don't know. I might be wrong.
105, man.
105, yeah.
105, yeah. I paid like four grand for it.
Okay.
So I thought it was a bit much lah. I mean now today, I feel a bit embarrassed lah about it.
I think it's all right.
But I like it lah. I like the frame and everything.
Yeah.
So just got it lah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why an aluminium frame specifically?
Why alu? Yeah. Right. So, well, as I shared, I had the SL5 and the Giant TCR. So those were fantastic bikes. Like, although the SL5 I didn't ride it much. Maybe about 700 km only. Yeah.
Until you got into the accident.
Until I got in an accident, yeah. But the TCR was like about 3,000 plus. So enjoyed it a lot lah. But you know how you watch those crit racing videos and stuff, and you see all those guys in the US, they are really going all out on like going super fast on aluminium frames and stuff. So thought I would try building something up and yeah lah, see how far it goes lah, So you also went ahead to got the group set from Tay. The wheels are actually from the wheels and cockpit, everything else lah, the ENVE stuff, they're all from Elite Custom. Saddles from T3 and OSPW.
It's quite an interesting setup that you have
from
here.
T3 as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So how do you rate aluminium frames compared to the SL5, which is a carbon frame?
I think different animals lah, I'd say.
People always talk about how harsh it is.
Yeah.
Do you find it very obviously harsh?
So when I first got the bike with the alu wheels, I think it was spec'd with like 25mm tires, and those, I mean, with tubes and everything, you got to pump it up to like 100 psi. So it was really unbearable lah. But with these wheels, because tubeless and they're wider now, I'm running 28 in the rear and 29 in front. So it's really up to you lah. I mean, you want a harsher ride, you pump more air into it. You want a more comfortable ride, then you just reduce the pressure.
Would you move on to a carbon frame
Would I want a carbon frame? Oh yeah.
after this?
After this,
Will it still be aluminium or carbon?
I think it's nice to have both lah.
Right.
It's always nice to have some options.
Okay.
Carbon will always be lighter, and in terms of stiffness, of course, you got the grades and stuff. But you know, climbing and everything, you always feel with aluminium, because of the weight, you always feel like, oh, you know, I could do better with a carbon frame or something.
Yeah. Mel, what do you think of his bike?
It looks nice. He doesn't have to change it anymore for a while.
What do you think of the price? How much is this?
I don't want to know anymore.
You don't want to know?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I know. I mean,
You
I know
know?
how he's spending, but I'm just after a while, I'm just like, okay, just don't tell me. Yeah, I think I feel better that way.
But do you think you are a rider who likes to buy stuff as well for your bike? Do you like upgrade stuff, or is it
no.
that Nick who does it for you?
Yeah, he does it for me. For
Okay.
me, it's just about the
It's
jersey.
just more about the cycling passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most females are like that. They like want to look
Yeah.
cool and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's pick out some of the interesting parts on your bike.
Okay.
Maybe we start from the cockpit. So these are I think we have the same bars, man. These are SES
Yeah.
NV bars.
MV Aero. I think 38 on top,
And 40,
40
right?
at the bottom. Yeah.
And you've got the this NV stem.
MV Aero stem. MV Aero stem. Really no complaints lah. In fact, I think this stem is probably one of the most versatile stems out there, because you can go like -7, -12, and -17. So if you're into tinkering, your what do you call that? Your stack and everything, you don't have to actually cut your steerer or whatnot. So yeah.
So I think for people who don't understand what Nick is saying about the -7 and 17, I think it's you are talking about changing. There's a cap in here, right?
Yeah, there's a little shim in there that basically tilts the angle of your stem.
I actually bought this stem from one of my friends, but the thing is, I've already cut my steer tube. So the thing about the NV stems, right, it's pretty high. The height.
Yeah.
So I couldn't fit on it, and then I unfortunately couldn't use it.
Oh damn.
Yeah, but it looks nice. But I think it's pretty
on a Venge, you probably run the S-Works.
Yeah, now I run
with
that.
the integrated cabling that's
but I
neater
run
and
the NV bars for the pure fact that I wanted shorter, a narrower width, but on the drops I wanted it flat. So when I sprint, it's easier and feels much more comfortable. Cool. This is a very expensive cockpit, I have to say.
Yeah, it's...
What's the reason for an NV setup?
This one I actually discussed with one of my buddies. It was either you finish it off with NV, or you go full zip.
Oh, was there a reason why NV?
It's just the finishing kit has to be
American.
The brands have to have some synergy, brand synergy. Yeah, so you can't have like a Firecrest and then NV, right? It's like
Okay.
So I think the zip NSWs were like crazy expensive at that point, and also I think. Beyond that, they were pretty much on par. Both have lifetime warranty kind of policies here and there. So decided to go with NV and I think the guys at Elite Custom, they're superb
I got my wheel sets from them. So this is the SES 45 AR.
Yeah, AR.
I think you mentioned something about carbon tie straight tool.
Yeah.
What's
so
that?
Those are the hubs.
Oh,
yeah.
It's the carbon tie hubs.
Yeah,
it's pretty light, right?
Yeah, you know how you go onto their website, he actually weigh everything for you and everything. So there you just have to look at the price and then the weight, and then you try and you go there, you go and play with the hubs. See what kind of sound.
Why don't you get
like.
Chris King though? I know at Elite Customs they display the cutout of Chris King.
So Chris Kings were super expensive, and they were heavier.
It is very heavy.
Yeah.
I have Chris King
and then I mean, Chris King also has that very distinct sound, which I really like. But with the price and the weight thing, then I was like, just go carbon tie lah.
Yeah, wow. Do you know what's the weight of the wheel set?
Rated on his website was like 1.4 something.
Okay.
Which were the lightest in his table . So I just didn't really go and challenge it or whatnot. Just get it lah.
I know you said you bought an aluminium frame because of people who race on crates and stuff. That's why they got it. Do you race crates? Sorry, I don't mean to roast you or anything like that.
You tell him about your
Okay, so
experience.
I actually wanted to try.
Okay.
I tried.
So what was the inside joke that you guys were laughing about?
Yeah, because basically I suck lah. Yeah, basically I suck. So I was just like.
But when you joined, you participated.
Yeah, I participated. Yeah, so I was just like sprinting to the exit lah. You know, like just go home lah.
Which race was this?
I think it was series the OCBC Men's Open Series 3 or something.
Tell us more about it. I mean, the fact that you participated, I think it's a good job, man. I just sit at home and just watch these people go for it.
Me and a few friends, we took part lah, just to try lah, right? It was probably the first cycling event after COVID and everything. So yeah lah. So basically, it's either you are damn strong or you suck. So yeah.
But do you train for it?
Not really. No, you don't know what to expect, right? You're like, I got a bike. I've been cycling. Let's just try lah. You watch it on YouTube and like those guys on YouTube make it seem so easy, right?
Will you do it again?
Sorry?
Will you do it again?
I would like to, but I probably do some really proper training now. So you definitely have to spend the time to. I mean, those guys out there really. Yeah, they're mad lah.
Yeah, when you think you're fast, there's like people who are much faster than you, man.
Correct,
it's crazy.
correct. It's crazy and yeah, it's. I mean, wherever lah,
Do you find it very aggressive, like the race? Because every time we go for group rides, it's like, oh, chill, and everyone gives their space and everything. But when you go for a race, it's free for all, man. They don't give a shit about you and bumping shoulders and stuff. Was that something scary for you?
It wasn't that bad lah. I would say most of the guys were quite respectful of each other. I think generally Singaporean cyclists we are all pretty chill lah. I mean you can't really go anywhere lah being a dick to another rider, right?
Yeah.
Because we're so small. Yeah. So it was quite. Nonetheless a good experience lah. In fact, I think everyone should try, man. Yeah.
I'm too scared.
I mean,
and my bike's a bit expensive, so I don't want to go for a crit.
Yeah. But chances of shit happening, I don't think it's that bad lah. I don't think,
Wow.
because everyone's really nobody likes to crash lah.
Yeah.
So just watch out for your front wheel and be safe lor.
Mel, do you join the race?
No, I mean, I was just there to support him.
Oh, okay.
I was very, very short.
Would you consider going for it?
No, I'm too scared like you. Like, I think when they're doing the cornering.
You made me sound like a girl.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I mean, he also mentioned that the cornerings, he also took it a bit slower. Because it was just
because
scary.
it's actually like it's just a loop lah, So there's a roundabout and then a huge U-turn. So the guys that actually, who frequent this race, they really train the cornering, entering at a high speed and then really going low in the corners and everything. So it's pretty technical lah. And then after that, you're just sprinting off. So then that's really like a test of strength. If you're stronger, you can hold on. Good for you. If you cannot, then you probably drop. If you drop, that's it, man. You're out. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's finish up the bike before we move on to more questions. NV45. Do you think these are the wheel sets for Singapore? What is the optimal depth?
Optimal depth.
Because I had a problem when I wanted to move into carbon wheel sets. I didn't know what depth should I get. It's like so many options.
Yeah. For sure. I think these are okay lah. They're kind of like 45, 50. 40, 50s. They're usually all-rounders, light enough, aero enough. I mean, if we need it, then yeah. I mean, but on hindsight, because they are neither here nor there. They're neither super aero or super light. When you go overseas, you probably will want a even shallower rim. Especially, I mean, everywhere else is not flat lah.
Yeah. But you have funny tire setups as well. If you could tell us more about this, like why such funny combinations and different width?
Yeah. So this was I just wanted to try experimenting. You know how your rear tire wears faster than your front?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I I did the thing where I moved my previous front tire to my rear, and then I bought a brand new tire for my front. Yeah, so
Just to prolong it.
yeah, so rotation of tires, but it's not worth it lah, because you know with sealant and everything, you know, and if you don't clean it very often, it starts clogging up and everything. So you spend a lot of time in the bathroom just scrubbing out the.
You regret tubeless?
Sorry?
You regret tubeless when you go for clinchers back to clinchers?
If I were to get another wheel set, I'll probably go with something with tubes lah.
But you can go tubes on this, right?
You definitely can.
So why not just shove a tube in there?
No, I think if you have one set that is tubeless, because tubeless, the maintenance is higher. So if you have two wheel sets that are tubeless, then you got 4 wheels to maintain lah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have one, then okay lah, not so bad. Tubes, you don't even have to maintain them. Just yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, coming back to the hubs. People who are building up their wheel sets, advice to them, like what kind of hubs should they look out for?
Hubs,
should it be like because of a budget and stuff like that?
Right. Definitely go for the brands that are out there. Chris King, one of them. Probably like I think the way Chris Kings were designed, they were meant for the end user lah, to be able to service them yourself and everything. And then go for reliable brands, and of course the sound lah. You gotta like it. You know, weight and everything. That one is honestly not necessary lah.
Yeah.
It's and then cost. Yeah.
What
And
wheel
yeah,
set is Mel running?
Oh, you know?
Yeah, Princeton.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Which one?
45, 40?
Yeah.
45, 40.
So it's the Princeton peak, right?
The grid.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
The slightly wider ones.
You guys like swap each other's wheel sets and
No.
No, I like mine.
you like yours?
Don't
The
touch it.
wavy
Yeah, I like the pattern. Yeah.
Okay. And this bike weighs about 8 kilograms.
8 plus lah.
8 plus. What do you think of that? man?
High 8 lah, high 8.
High 8. Because of an aluminium frame.
I think it's the aluminium frame, and I think SRAM force is pretty heavy as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now we move on to the ID questions. If you guys want to submit your questions, you can follow me on Instagram and submit your questions. Is the music playing in your head? Okay, the first question, maybe this is more directed to Nick. Why, probably I've asked that question, why high-end parts on an aluminium frame?
Right.
What are the high-end parts here? Everything?
I think they're pretty mid-spec lah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean,
Oh.
just get what you like lah.
OSPW. Probably that, maybe he's directing that.
Oh, to this.
Yeah. Tell us about this.
Yeah. Looks nice lah.
No
And then
difference.
You just want to try, just try lah. I mean,
You like the looks of it?
I like the look of it. In terms of like performance-wise, I mean, the only way to really tell is you remove it and then you
Put the
try
stock one in.
Yeah, put a stock one and then you try, right? But I don't think it really does anything lah. But I mean, chain articulation. But who knows, right?
Yeah. So small and minor.
Yeah.
Do you have an OSPW on your?
But
No.
she's interested.
You
No.
interested? Do you like the looks of it?
I think it looks nice, but since I'm interested.
Who's us?
I'm always like, what does it do?
What
or
does it
like,
do, right?
yeah,
What does
yeah.
It doesn't do anything, I can
Yeah.
tell you. And he just said it.
No,
looks
I've
nice.
watched some of your videos and
Yeah.
I think some of them mention it doesn't really do much.
They compare the stock pulley
Yep.
into a ceramic speed pulley. The amount of watts saved is 0.01 or Now I'm asking you, how can you feel 0.1, 0.01 watts?
Listen to me.
90% of them will say they bought it for looks, and
Yeah.
Nick can attest to it. He just said
Yeah.
it looks nice.
It's it looks nice lah, does it?
What colors are the pulley? Black?
Black, yeah.
Why
Black.
don't you go for a more bling one since you're already going all out?
No lah. keep it to the black and silver.
Black theme.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, next question. Oh, this is nice. The guy who got roasted on my previous show, your friend, Egoistic Bobo.
Oh, Bobo.
Bobo, now that your wife is next to you, you can't run away. Actually, the question that I asked Bobo was, I think if I remember correctly, would you save the bike or your wife?
If your bike or your wife fell into the sea, which will you save first?
Again, this one, Sounds hard, sounds like a difficult question, but very simple to answer. I will save the bike first.
But he didn't submit this question. Maybe I can ask you that question since your wife is here. Honestly, and you've got your bike here.
Okay.
Right or left?
No, I saved my wife.
Later we ask you again. Okay, my wife is not here. Okay. Anyway, his Bobo's question is: teach us the ways of getting our partners to cycle together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife doesn't cycle,
She doesn't.
but I don't know how to cycle.
You
I
don't
think it's
know
too
how to cycle?
dangerous. I think it's very dangerous. Yeah.
But you only go TMCR.
PMs, yeah, it can be dangerous also. Right?
On the way there, lah.
It's fast. I mean, if like
Okay,
you,
yeah.
if you've got
If
like
the
rookie
bunch,
people,
in a bunch,
and
yeah,
I
definitely.
don't want to be accountable for any damages.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You feel bad, lah. You feel pretty bad.
Also, right,
Yeah.
it's guys' me time.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's why when he starts going out with Crank Dynasty, right, you know it's the
Yeah,
guy
I
me time.
know. Okay, time for me to sleep in.
Yeah. But yeah, if you teach us the ways.
Right. Bobo. I think for
Bobo is
starters,
sweating
lah,
already, man.
don't. I mean, first, if you can lah, get her to buy the bike.
But man, how do you start? Do you start on a road bike or was it a folding bike?
Yeah, road bike.
You went straight out on a road bike.
But I think because we started pretty much around the same time, so he wasn't too fast yet. But I mean, if I were to start now, I think I'll be very demoralized. So I think it helped that he was also very patient.
Right.
Yeah, so
So you started off on a road bike, right? Do you find it like a bit hard, like you didn't know how to change gears and stuff like that?
oh yeah.
Was it a struggle for you?
Yeah,
at
I
the
think
beginning?
the changing gears, he always tell me I'm on the wrong gears. Then just kept trying. And I guess the cleats were also very scary at first. So I was on just normal like sports shoes. And then after, so we also went to the park and he would teach me how to, I guess, he would just hold me and if I fell, just fell on the grass lah at first.
Right.
Then,
That was fun. Yeah.
Was it? Okay, it was scary. Right, yeah.
So for the ladies who out there who are watching, should they start on a road bike first or should they start on a folding bike? What would you think your advice is for them?
I think if they're comfortable, just go straight on a road bike. I wasn't very scared or anything on it though. Just more the cleats and just going slow, I think. And just having a partner who's very patient, who won't just like leave me alone. I think that helped. I think I would have been like horrified or especially since you're on the road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how was it like riding on the road for you? Were you scared by cars?
It was because I also had my dad. So it was like him and my dad. So it was, and my dad's also a bit slower. So even sometimes if he goes off with his friends, I still have my dad. So it was really good. At first it was very hard to like filter sometimes because sometimes you need to go from left all the way to the right lane. That was very scary. But I think you just keep doing it, then
Practice
I got
makes
used to
perfect,
it.
right?
Yeah. But I'm also very FOMO lah. So because last time he always go out, then I'm like, yeah, bring me along. Yeah.
So no more Crank Dynasty rides.
Not for me, but he'll go.
Maybe you should join them. That's how you improve riding with the faster guys. Maybe you can even podium and join some of the creep races, right? Because the pool of female cyclists is so small, right? You just go, I think you'll win something even though you're not fast.
The good thing is she's pretty competitive, so naturally, you go faster. She wants to go faster as well, so that helps lah. That she has a very competitive spirit. Yeah.
Get her the Dogma F12 and she'll ride every day. She looks at the bike. Okay, but what would be your dream bike though? Would it be the Dogma F12 or you looking at any other brands?
Not really. I don't really have a dream bike.
Any bikes that appeal to you in terms of shape?
I like the standard.
Standard, oh okay.
Yeah.
It's a very hipster kind of bike, right? Because of the colors and
It
everything.
just looks very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I mean that one just really looks. I don't know about like the capability.
Yeah. I think that's a steel bike if I'm not wrong, right? Standard.
Yeah.
Could be a bit on the heavier side. Okay, I hope that answers Bobo's question. Next question is, are you planning to buy a Dogma F?
Huh? Yeah, I am.
You are? Oh, so this must be your friend then. So the question is, when is the Dogma F coming?
When?
Oh man.
It's
You buy a Dogma F, you need to buy her a new handbag or a new bike already. Double the expense.
I wasn't expecting that question.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sweating already.
Oops.
It's been a very poisonous journey with my friends.
But why a Dogma F specifically? You like the shape
Why,
of the Dogma F?
I think, it's honestly a huge battle. like in me. But it's so expensive, right?
It's so expensive,
It's
man.
super expensive, man.
Yeah. Not only the price, it's the wait time.
Yes,
Long wait time.
and that as well. So, but then there's always that, Asian thing, right? You gotta get the materialism and the Asian thing. You gotta get the best stuff. You gotta, to kind of look at it in another way, the F12 was like heavy and stiff and harsh and that kind of thing. I think the F they pretty much fix all that kind of issues. So if you look at it from like an improvement standpoint, it looks like the bike to go for in.
Do you think it's worth the price?
Oh, definitely not lah. Definitely not worth the money.
Every other bike is not worth the price lah, but we still buy it, right?
Yeah lah, exactly. So yeah, just get what you like lah.
So is it coming anytime soon?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Okay, I won't dig your grave any further for you. Okay, I don't understand this question. The question is, the saddle is very short.
The shorter is that?
I guess it's a short nose saddle.
Oh yeah,
right?
it's a short nose.
This is a power mirror.
Power mirror.
You like it?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's like the power lah.
Right.
Essentially the same thing.
Expensive power.
Yeah.
This is a roast. World's thickest welt. And to top onto that roast, you need to send it back to Specialized because the Specialized logo is not obvious enough. And also on the welts, do you think this Allez Sprint Smart welt is nicer than the 2022 one?
Okay.
Still very obvious to me.
Yeah. I mean, okay lah. The logo thing, I actually like it. That is not really visible. Yeah. And even now the newer ones are also, I like the way they play with the logo and stuff lah. Pretty interesting. In terms of this versus the 2022 one, I think they're both nice. They have this very raw look, with the wells lah, that people actually find ugly. Yeah. It's just a really raw look lah. That I think they did a pretty okay job with lah.
Okay.
I mean, you can refine it lah, sure.
Right.
Yeah, but
I've got 3 more questions, 3 or 4 more.
Okay.
You want an easy or hard one?
Easier questions.
easy one. Let's go with easy one.
Easy one first? Okay. Might be easy to me, might be hard to you. So
Okay.
I'll try to figure out which is the easy one.
Okay.
Okay, the easy one from your buddy Mervin.
Okay.
Why your wife no like metal?
Why my wife don't like metal?
Why is she not on the aluminium frame? I guess that's what you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah. What did you pick for the Domane again?
How much did I pay?
No, why did you pick
Why?
the?
Oh.
It's just hard to find one bike in my size, so they just happen to have stock.
Oh, it's just
And then-
because of sizing.
Sizing. I think we were looking for a while, right?
No.
No?
You
Oh,
were
I like the
was
colour.
like,
Oh my
what bike do you want? Right, there's this brand, there's this brand, and then you say I want a black bike. Then I was like, what? So I went on all the websites, and I was like, oh, Trek has this black bike, right, with like bronze decals
Oh
and
my
stuff.
god, yes.
Right. Yeah. Then went down to Trek, and then spoke to the guys there, and then they were like 1 week later, like, hey bro, we got the frame, man. They're like, oh, okay. And then
Oh wow. So the next question for you, Nick. If you could choose between a Shimano Di2 Ultegra 12-speed or a SRAM Force AXS, which one will it be?
if I could choose lah,
Yeah,
I would go with this, man.
the SRAM.
Yeah, this one.
Have you tried Shimano?
I had Shimano 105, Ultegra mechanical, on one of my previous bikes. Never tried Di2, but I heard lah, this new 12-speed is pretty good. But personally, if you ask me why Force, because it's full wireless lah, and particularly for this frame, if not for the full wireless capabilities, you probably see some cables
Yep.
dangling externally here. So I thought it was pretty neat lah from SRAM.
Okay. Just one more last technical question before I jump to the very funny question.
Okay.
This technical question, I wouldn't say it's technical, but the question is, how specialized aluminium frames compared to a Cannondale's Cat alu frame? Have you owned a Cannondale Cat?
Cat 8 lah.
Cat 8, yeah. How's that?
The Cat 8, well, first of all, the wells, you don't see them there. because the Cat 8 was made in USA and all that kind of stuff. So then they care a lot more about aesthetics. In terms of any discernible difference, there's really not much lah, I'd say.
You don't
Maybe the Cat 8 is lighter because it's rim brake. Yeah, but yeah, I don't think you can really tell lah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the question that I've been waiting to ask you. Also from your buddy Mervin. Why do you love PNS? He put it in brackets lah, okay?
With the underscore.
The male genitalia. So much. Why never wear Rafa?
Wow.
But you joined Rafa Rides.
That guy really rose. Never get chance.
Are you a Rafa member?
I am a Rafa member.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Do you have like their jerseys and stuff?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Oh, no. Sorry guys. I think it doesn't fit me very well lah.
Oh, so you've tried?
I tried. Yeah. And it's a bit hard to shop as well because they have like pro team range, aero range, and all that. The sleeve sometimes it goes a little bit too long, and sometimes it's also a bit too long at the torso. My torso is a bit short lah, so yeah.
That's the reason why.
That's probably the number one reason why I don't have anything that's from Rafa.
So this is all PNS?
Yes, actually PNS because of my wife.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
You like Mel, you like PNS?
Yeah. Yes. I think for me it's a lot shorter for PNS and a lot tighter. So for me I can't fit a lot of the even Rafa stuff.
Yeah.
Their designs are nice, but too long and the material is a bit thicker. PNS somehow is just very comfortable.
Okay.
Spokesperson.
Yeah, but he has more than me now.
Oh, really? So both of you, your wardrobe all full of cycling jerseys, bibs and
He
everything?
has definitely.
more or less. More or less.
Oh,
It's quite bad. It's quite bad.
Yeah, it's quite bad.
Oh, okay, so Nick, anything, I've run out of questions. Anything else you'd like to top up about your bike?
Nothing much about the bike lah, but you guys gotta subscribe to this guy.
Thank you.
And yeah, really show him your support. This guy is really pushing the limits
Thank you.
in our cycling and social media community. Yeah.
The next person we need to get is your wife. She needs to be on. So if you guys want to see Mel and her bike, right, you gotta comment on this video. And then you'll get Mel next time.
You'll get me on next time.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Mel. I couldn't ask you enough questions. Your bike is not here to.
Today is about Nick.
Yeah, super impromptu. We didn't
Yeah.
plan this. Next time we'll get you on. And thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can't seem to focus this double sight. This is a tale sworn in a sight.